A period is the body's way of letting a girl know that it has prepared her for a time in her life where she may want to have a baby. This is equally as important for boys to understand if they want to become parents in the future. Periods are very natural and completely normal, though it can seem scary at first, especially before you start.
There are probably a lot of myths and half-truths you know about periods, but we're here to set the record straight.
Periods are a normal part of growing up, and it's all linked to what we call the reproductive system. And this is part of how we have children and how when we're older we can have families of our own. So this is the reproductive system. Every baby girl is born with all of the eggs that she'll need, and if they're fertilised they can grow into a baby. Inside our tummies we have 2 ovaries where these eggs are stored, and there are 2 tubes that are called fallopian tubes that link the ovaries to the uterus. The uterus is the medical word, and non-medical people would call it a womb, and the womb is where the baby would grow. Every month your uterus, your womb, prepares for your ovary to release an egg. And to do this, it lines your womb with blood and with nutrients to keep the egg safe, a little bit like a cushion. If the egg is fertilised by a man's sperm, then this is exactly where the baby will grow. If that doesn't happen, your brain sends a message to your reproductive system. Remember those text messages we talked about earlier? Well, this message says that your womb doesn't need the blood or the nutrients this month. And that's what a period is. It's when that lining comes away.
The thing to remember is there's nothing to be scared of. Our girls recall how they felt before starting their periods.
Before I started my period, I was kind of a little bit nervous, but a little bit intrigued as to what it would be like, because some of my friends had already started and I didn't know what my body would go through. All my friends would be like, oh, I'm going to go to the toilet, and I'd be like, well, what happens? What do I do when I have to do that?
I was definitely prepared for my first period because I think mum's has, I don't know if your mum's the same, but my mum had this kind of instinct. She knew when it was going to happen. Like, she rang me just before I left to go to my French exchange because she was at work, and she was like, just make sure you pack a few pads and tampons, whatever. And I was like, nah, it's not going to happen, come on. And the next thing you know, I was like, what?
I was about to go into my trampolining lesson, and I started and I was like, oh no, what do I do? So I spoke to my best friend about it, and she told me it was absolutely fine. Like, she helped me out, she gave me some pads that she had, and then after school she told me, just phone your mum, let her know, it'll be absolutely fine.
There's myths that you can't take baths. I don't think that's true.
No, that's definitely not true.
I heard that other people can tell when you're on a period, but you definitely can't.
No, exactly. The only way anyone will be able to tell that you're in a period is if you tell them.
Yeah.
So
when my friends are on their periods, they tell me. I wouldn't be able to see if they were.
Yeah, it's definitely not true.
No, exactly. Because maybe you're a bit moody and your friend, I don't know, someone will be like, oh, she's on her period, but you're not. It's just a myth.